Morning everyone, it's currently 10 to 5. I started at 4:30, just finishing off my last bits of paperwork. I've done my checks and then I'll set off. It's only a couple of minutes over to where we're picking box up from. I've got to get off yesterday's container yet, and then we'll take a drive up to Cramlington. There's be a bit of traffic on A1 at there's roadworks just going past Darrington at the minute, or going from up to Darrington at the minute. It goes down to one lane, so hopefully we can miss that bad traffic, and then miss the traffic up at Angel of the North as well. There's big roadworks up there for big improvements, so I'll catch you when I get up closer to the job. Go. Just got a container on. It's another 40-foot container. It's sort of biggest that we do at this company. We don't really do 45 footers often. In fact, I don't think I've ever done one in a couple of years that I've been here now. So just get a steady drive up to Cramlington. I was saying traffic's not too bad. It's got me there at 8:05 at the minute. So I will take that this morning. I'm 128 miles away. So it's a heavy load, so we'll be struggling on the hills, whether I like it or not. But it's not too bad of a route really over to up to Cramlington. It's you get past the first few hills on the A1 past Ferry Bridge and A64 for York, it's fairly flat from then. It doesn't really struggle that much, so we should be able to get nice smooth run up. There's a bit of drizzle this morning, so it's going to clean my windscreen nicely, I hope, and make it easier for you guys to see. I'll give you a little update when I get closer to the job. So just a little update. Got a friend that's on this job as well. He's diverted up the A19 to go via Middlesbrough, just to beat the traffic that's going to start around outskirts of Newcastle on the A1, because there is big major roadworks up at Angel of the North. So I'm going to go up that way as well. It'd be a bit more scenic for you guys as well, rather than just a dreary old drizzly A1. And should hopefully miss the traffic at Middlesbrough, and then straight through the Tyne Tunnel, which is on AMPR now, so there's no need to stop to pay. It's just straight through, and then our job that we've got is literally just on the top of the A19, so I'd have had to cut across anyway, but it's not a major cut across to get over to A19 at Cramlington from A1. It's more or less just off of the junction, but just thought I'd give you all an update, and I'll catch you when I'm close to the job. just a little update. So I'm only 3 miles away now from the job. But my friend's on site at the minute. He's just getting tipped now, so I'll load off for just a couple minutes here because they say it's only a small site, so and there ain't much parking out on the road. So if I just hold here, so they'll let me know when they've finished him and he's coming out. So and then we'll just go from there. So it says it's not a long tip, and then we're back down to Doncaster with the empties, and it'll be something for tomorrow then, which is basically my Friday. So we'll see what they can find for me. Just finished tipping now in oh god, where am I now? Cramlington. There we go. I got there slightly earlier than 9 o'clock. It was 8:10 that I got there, and we're just leaving now at 11:10. It's not back to Doncaster with this one. It's going into Leeds now, and I've got my one out of there for Middlesbrough in the morning, so I'll get that on with tonight and run it up and park up somewhere. I'll see whereabouts in Middlesbrough it's going. It'll depend where I park. Just because they say Middlesbrough, it's not always necessarily the case. It's usually south, north, south, east or west, so by a couple of miles. Sometimes it's way out, but we'll see what they send through, and we'll just I'll go from there. I need a break before I get down to Leeds, so pass through at 2 o'clock BBS to get the box off and on, so I'll catch you when I'm down there. Just got boxed now out of Freightliner Leeds. Not too bad in there. It's nice and quiet at the minute, which it's very nice to see in there when it's nice and quiet, especially when I'm wanting a bit of a shorter day. I didn't go on a great night's sleep last night. We're a bit noisy. It's a bit of a shared yard where we park, so it's got a rail terminal in it for containers, so there were lots of trains in and out last night, so we'll be near on max weight. It's just touching under 29 ton this box, so it's going to drink some fuel on the way up. We're reading 98% when we set off this morning, and we're now down to 57. 56 just dropped down now as I said that, so it's definitely going to be using some diesel, but you know, you've got to use it to get there, haven't you? So it's straight back up the A9, back up the A1 to A19 now, so I'll go back at the truck stop up at Middlesbrough, Cleveland. Yeah, nice quiet night in there then tonight. I don't think I'll get out of the cab. I think I'll just get some tea and get settled in bed. Hopefully it stays a bit cooler. It's 15 degrees at the minute. This ain't the best bend here, to be honest, when there's something coming our way, because you're not both getting through without trying to get up on curb. You don't want that at max weight, not with these. roundabout though a lot. When they've redone all the traffic lights in the junction, when they put a big park and ride in, it makes it easier there to get out, because before they used to just come flying down the roundabout, and so they were trying to get out of there at 44 ton. It's not the quickest to move, but they've improved it with that. We'll give them that. Shame they haven't resurfaced most of the roads, but you know, hey ho. So I'll give you another little update when I get further up the road, and let you know what the rough plan is for tomorrow. It's 30 mile away from where I'm parking up for tonight. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update and a bit of a chat. So I've been driving class 1 for 6.5 years now, going on 7 years in November. Started at Stobart's back in the day, before they went under, well, before they got sold. I came through there, did my training with them, so it was just straight into a job, so an easy start. You know, bounced around a bit, and then ended up whereabouts I am now, which, you know, I feel settled at. You know, they're not ones that chase you unless something needs chasing that you don't know about. So it's suits me down to the ground. You know, I've got a nice truck to drive. It's nice and big. I'm the only one that drives it, unless I'm on holiday, which that just depends on how busy the work is, whether it gets utilised or not. So, you know, so that certainly helps go a long way. I know a lot of companies like to chase the drivers. I've been there and I've done it for other companies in the past. And you know, at the minute I'm in the process of immigrating, so you know, I ain't got a house or like that. At the minute I'm living with my grandma, just to save up money. So I don't need mega hours. So I've just decided to you know, just take life a bit easier. You know, 56 mile an hour at a time as you can. Well, this truck registered, it says it does 56, but on the showing 54 on the sat nav, which I think is more accurate than what the dashboard's saying. But you know, yet again, it is a DAF, so it probably changes all the time on what it wants to do as a top speed. But yeah, just sun's decided to come out a little bit this afternoon. Again, it's been fairly cool all day, and when I'm parking up, sun's coming out to warm it up, but it shouldn't be too bad. You know, it drops off about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock the temperature, and this heater on this does blow cold air when you're parked up on a night, so I'm very fortunate for that. So yeah, just looking forward to seeing what the big rigs are like out there, with the proper aircon units on the back, power units, and space to live in. And hopefully should hear some more information soon about that, to give me an inclination of when I'm going to actually be moving, or more of a time scale than just waiting for a message to pop through to say that you're on to the next step or whatever. Because it's been 13 months now. It's a long drawn out process. I don't think the pandemic helped in any way, shape or form with the speed of the US embassy and government, but oh well, these things happen, don't they? You know, maybe without the pandemic there might not have been a shortage of lorry drivers as such, and they needed to rely on immigrant workers and offer them green cards. You know, that's certainly what's really enticed me in, plus the fact that my parents live over there as well. So, you know, if I can get over there with a green card, it's, you know, a fresh start and get settled down and just see what happens. So, start living the American dream, as they say. Little bit now to get to the truck stop up here to park up, so it's not been a bad drive up. Back down to 12 degrees on temperature again, so that's cooled down a little bit, which is nice. Come overcast again, so I'll take that for with me parking up. It's we've got a 9 o'clock job in the morning. It's only a couple mile down the road, so another later start, but I'm only on a 3-day week, so mum's over at minute and she's going back on Saturday, so I've got Friday off to spend a bit of time with her, and she's got a hotel booked on Friday night at airport, so can leave him plenty of time to try and beat all the traffic to get there. So it's been a little while since I've been up here actually, so I don't know if there's anything changed or not. I wouldn't imagine there is. It's some top side of Middlesbrough, Teesport and that. No really changes up here, not anymore. I wish they could. I wish they'd make the roundabouts just a little bit more bigger. There we go, she's round. Yeah, another 40-foot container on. Like I say, it's heavy. It's a heavy one, this, so slow and steady on the hills, but it is what it is. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to get out at cab, so this will probably be the last bit of the video before I just get settled down for the night and try and get my footage off my camera. Need to try and get an inverter big enough to run my laptop actually. That's what I can sort of the weekend. It's 240 watt power supply on my laptop annoyingly, so I've only got 300 watt inverters because I don't really run out off them apart from a printer for doing my notes, so I'll just get like a 400 or 500 watt one. What's this car going so slow? Coming up to traffic lights anyway in a minute. Yeah, so just making it a bit easier to edit. I'm only doing it on my iPad at the minute, and the size of the files that they are, it soon fills it up and it takes forever to download them, so get my laptop on the case, it'll make life a lot easier for me, and I'll be able to do a better job at editing a bit and keep on top of things. I was saying I'm going to try and do might be like a 2 weeks behind or something like that, 10 days behind or something like that for the videos, just so I've got a backlog of them in case so happens, you know, my inverter stops working or things like that. It's always like to keep a bit of a back supply of videos to keep going, I guess, try and keep consistency going, so it's a new video every day. But we'll see how it pans out. Some days there might not be a video, but majority is going to be a video a day. So if you did like the video, if you could just subscribe and try and share the channel, help it grow a bit. I'm trying to do something a little bit different, I think, to other YouTubers, and just be, you know, know, just showing the everyday life of it rather than just the days that it's a good load or something major goes wrong. It's sort of a life vlog more than of a day event. So over time it'll the vlogs will, you know, change slightly, different stylings, and you hate it when the lights change when you're on them like that, but what can you do when you're 44 ton? You know, and just start sharing my life with you. So that's like it's going. I shall leave it here, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.